Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a pro Dota commentary done by Luminous. If you guys just peeked at the low screen, that was 6.74C. Why am I doing an old replay when 6.76 is already out? Well, I heard this one's very good. I never got to cast it when it first came out. It's about 2 months old, but hopefully you guys don't mind it too much. You guys love Dota 1, so here's more Dota 1 action for you guys. This is Pacific.Palit on the Sentinel side, and we have Rocat on the Scourge. I'm gonna try to get through the entire commentary without going ever into the Radiant and Dire, because I'm so into that. It's Sentinel and Scourge. Alright, this is commentary 340 of my 350 casting marathon, all the way to 350 mark. One video per day, not one commentary. One video per day. And this is number 340, just 10 more to go. I'm feeling very energetic today. I got a lot of schoolwork done. It's like 10 at night, but I'm feeling like it's 9 in the morning. Feeling good. Alright, I don't want to do too much of the pick and ban analysis because the picks and bans are a little bit 2-3 months old, and I haven't been really following Dota 1 since. And also, to be honest, it's suddenly East Asian scene, and I don't really particularly understand this scene that well. So I want to just kind of AX speed through it, and you guys can see what the heroes is on the screen. If I see any kind of awkward hero or crazy hero, I'll be sure to talk about that. But for now, we see very standard hero. Keep in mind that Morphling was the pick before TI2. Remember, he was the crazy carry Shadow Demon, de facto choice of support, Ancient Aberration. Some hero we don't see too often, but you know, aside from that, Sand King is very popular. Nature's Prophet, Windrunner, those are very popular heroes. So seems like this is going to be a very normal draft. There's a Syllabare. Syllabare, we don't see it actually in the Sudden East Asian thing too much. But he's definitely a powerhouse, and let's see what he's going to bring to the table here. It looks like we are done with the draft. Man, that was quick. Let's introduce the players and the heroes. We have Morphling being handled by Ace, I believe. We have EMZ playing the Shadow Demon. Invoker is going to be handled by RCG. Pug is going to be played by XLC. And last but not least, who's playing the Sand King? It is going to be LWYP? LW? So awkward that they have the name in the middle of Pacific and Palit. Meanwhile, on the Scourge side, we have Ancient Aberration being played by Baz. We have TS playing the Lone Druid, or the Syllabare. We have Noxum and OCSM on the Chen. On the top lane here, we have 7493 on the Windrunner, 7493. And last but not least, we have KYT. Okay. Normally, I would be going into player background here and talking about the playstyle and give you guys a mini history lessons if we're casting a Dota 1 game. I don't know any of these players, so, well, let's look at their starting item builds, because that's always interesting to talk about. Holy Knight has no gold left, so I imagine he bought a courier as well as a pair of wards, and the wards should be on this person. Yeah, the wards is on him as well. Yep, he bought a lot of the early starting game items. Only a Clarity and a Smoke of the Sea will be looking for a little bit of roaming gang. It seems like a first split attempt is going to be happening on the mid lane by the Sentinel squad. They do have an Exhort Invoker, and that's going to provide you a lot of physical right clicks. But aside from that, they need a little bit more, but they are trying to do it against a Nature's Prophet, which is not exactly the tankiest of all heroes. Went for a very stat-heavy build, but is he gonna fall for it? No! Meanwhile, looks like the Ancient Aberration has ran into these guys. Do we have a disruption? That's a question. No disruption being dropped. There's a disruption. And now Sand King running out of range. Now juking the other way is the Ancient Aberration. Can they get that one last hit? Yes, they will. And EMZ picks up the first blood. That would be quick courier upgrades. Quick 2 courier upgrades because, well, we were watching Pinoy Dota. And let's look at the lane here. We have offensive trialing with the Morphling against a defensive Windrunner. Seems like the lane has really been flipped because, you know, generally don't really be expecting that. I guess both teams kind of was trying to outguess each other. And one team guessed correctly and the other team did not. Of course, on the bot lane, by the process of elimination, we have Lone Druid versus a Puck. In terms of that lane, the Lone Druid is definitely going to win it. If he doesn't get ganked, obviously, because he has way more base damage, a better attack animation, and overall more easier and better last hit comparing to a Puck. So I think he is going to win the lane, but let's see if these two supports are going to have anything to say about that. Meanwhile, on this top lane, because they're on the top lane, Windrunner should be relatively fine as well. You are up against a lot of nukes and a lot of stuns, and they are doing these pulls on you. But for the most part, Windrunner, because of her great animation, her power shot, and her Windrunner, should be able to get out of the harm's way very easily. Also keep in mind the Sentinel has access of an instant +1 from the form of an Invoker Sunstrike, but similarly, Scourge has an instant +1 from the Prophet as well. So it's going to be a very action-packed early game. We just witnessed First Blood. I'm kind of surprised that no one else is dying, at least not right now. Ancient Operation coming out for help, Sanking in position as well, but it's going to eat a little bit of harass. Whoever gets this Dark Troll Warlord would be big. Oh, the creeps are running around. Shadow Demon coming around. He wants to get that disruption off. Meanwhile, Sanking sees a Windrunner, and it looks like Windrunner is going to use her ability and to get the hell out. Chen in the jungle is farming away, trying to nice stacking of the level 1 camp, and then going back to clear it out. Good job in terms of grabbing as much gold as possible. Did a short pause and then pause because I felt like it was spiking a little bit, dropping a couple of frames. No big deal. On the bot lane here, let's check out how we're doing to him. CS 10-6 on a Syllabur, meanwhile to 5-0. Yeah, nothing too surprising there. Consider that Syllabur is by far a better last hitter. And what is he doing? Oh, he's sending his bear to buy a couple items. Yep, Stout Shield and Boots picked up. On the top lane though, the question is how much Morphling is farming. 9-2 is the answer. But Windrunner's got 6-0, so she's not falling too far behind. And in fact, she's getting a little bit better EXP simply because the Sentinel is running a tri-lane. And this tri-lane hasn't done anything here. I mean, got a First Blood on the mid lane, but that wasn't really a laning kill. That was kind of a lucky gank for them. And if they don't really get this lane going, they are going to get out XP. Keep in mind the jungling Chen is slowly but surely going to pull ahead in terms of the EXP war. And once he hits level 6, and this tri-lane haven't got too many kills, they are not going to get kills at all. So we'll see how it goes. I wish the Sentinel was going to be a little bit more aggressive, and they are doing that. Look at Shadow even trying to disrupt the equilibrium, trying to make sure they get some opening, but unfortunately they can't. They're having a difficult time doing so. Another consideration that you can be doing is actually pushing against this lane, because you do have the siege unit right here. You do have your Ring of Basis ability to turn it on, but Windrunner doing that power shot, power shot, power shot. The mana cost is low enough in the early game where you can spam it. So it's going to be somewhat difficult to push against this lane either, especially with Chen coming out jungle and ganking. So it seems like the Sentinel is running out of option in this tri-lane. And normally when there's nothing happening, you'd be like, oh yeah, the game's even, status quo, everything's good. You know, sometimes we need change. We need change. Yes, we can. 4 years ago, he said that. Today, he got reelected. Spoiler, guys. Spoiler. Hope you guys download that replay, okay? Meanwhile, back in the mid lane here, Invoker, let's see how he is CSing. 20-11. Jesus, that's a lot of CS. Compared to Nature's Prophet, who is about half of CS and deny. It's going to be tough for him, no surprise there. The question is, what is he actually skilling? Prophet? Is he going for trees? Is he going for max teleport? Seems like a little bit of each. 2 points into teleport, 2 points into trees, and 1 point to sprout. A very, very standard build. I like that build quite a bit. You want that second point to teleport so you don't have to wait an hour for that cooldown. But similarly, you also want that second point, at the very least, into Nature's Prophet, or into, excuse me, the Treant, so you can actually successfully get into a gank after you get into a push after you get that gank off. You can see that Invoker, man, playing very, very aggressive, forcing the Prophet off the lane, and that speaks to why he's having such a low CS. And still very patient in terms of where the hell that kill is coming to. Don't know why that Chen actually took a lot of physical damage. Was he actually tanking and creep? On the top lane here, offensive disruption, Soul Catcher, that's going to hit. Burial Strike, where's the waveform? Immediately being used. Windrunner is going to get popped, and she is going to run out just fine. 3 spells. Oh, Sunstrike. That Sunstrike came way too late, man. That Sunstrike should have happened immediately after the Burial Strike and the Soul Catcher. I think with that, they probably even got the kill because it's pure damage. It's pretty insane. At T's level, you know, that was a level 3 Exhort Sunstrike. I think they definitely missed an opening there. So maybe a little bit miscommunication, or he just missed it. Whatever the case might be, that was the kill they did not get. Again, they had to get these kills. Very, very crucial, because guess what? Chen hasn't done a single thing for his team yet aside from leveling up. Here we go. Try number 2. There's a Sunstrike. There's a Burrow Strike, and there you go. The second blood being picked up, and that's what I mean. You land all your spells. Easy kills. Great job here by Sentinel getting that one, and they need to continue to get that one. They have a lot of mana. No, they don't. Just kidding. Waveform is out, and they need to clarity up on the Sanking, which they are doing so right now. Boots is being picked up on Sanking, which is very important. But more importantly, Boots is being picked up on Shadow Demon, as he is the initiator in this particular lane. Seems like we had a gank attempt on the bot as Nature's Prophet teleported. Not going to get too much done as Puck is suffering a little bit. He's completely out of regen, but he is bottle crawling. Here comes a slow push on the bot tier 1 tower. Don't think they're going to bring it down, but look at this. The bear running right now. If he gets entangled, oh, that Orb of Venom doing some work. There's the orb out, and Puck is going to go back. So successfully force him off the lane. Meanwhile, on the top here, looks like Windrunner just dodging around all sorts of spell. Did they miss another Sunstrike? That is the question. I imagine they did. Okay. I mean, her HP was way too high after a Disruption and Soul Catcher combo. But okay. Chen still jungling it up. We're going to see level 6 Chen. And once that's going to happen, I think Scourge could push a little bit more aggressively, to gank a little bit more aggressively. Right now, they're on the receiving end. And you don't really ever want to be in the receiving end of a tri-lane gank party with the Sunstrike involved. So they really need to, after Chen gets level 6, push a little bit more aggressively, start team fight a little bit more aggressively. They have +1 coming from the Nature Prophet, don't forget. And the Chen creeps at this point in the game still count as 1. Like, Chen creeps alone, they're very, very powerful. When we're on the bot lane here, it looks like we have another tower being, the first tower being taken down. Lone Druid, did he get the last hit? That's a question. Oh, I'll look at it later. No, as we have the meter being dropped. Did he get the last hit? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Current gold check here, just 96. Whole bunch of stuff being upgraded. Phase boots, Orb of Venom, as well as upgraded Tranquil boots. Very, 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 very rich. This is Neo. No, TS is his name. Neo's is not. And this for the Rocat team is the third. It's the middle, and then for this one it's the standard at the end. Man, it's just juking the hell out of me. Shadow Demon coming in the middle here, only level 4. They've been doing a lot of roaming, and Enforce, they've been that trialing and have only got 1 kill to show for it. I still don't think that 1 kill is enough. They need at least 2 or 3, even 4 kills. And yeah, it's just not looking too good. It's 2-0, they are ahead, but I feel like Sentinel is so much more behind. Behind in terms of EXP, Syllabur is getting free farm. Invoker is getting relatively free farm as well, but I think Syllabur is ultimately the more later game hero, the hero that you want to be more worried about. So I feel like Scourge is slightly more ahead. Scourge also has a little bit better flash farming in the mid game. I mean, there is a Nature's Prophet, there's a Windrunner, and of course Syllabur will be safely farming in the lane. Yeah, I feel like Scourge is going to overall get better farm, but we'll see how it pans out in terms of the mid game. Still very, very early. Boots of Speed level 5. Sanking should be looking for level 6. And finally, we're going to see the first of many ganks, I assume, is going to be going towards that Morphling. Morphling does have strength morph as well. Where's the Shackle shot? That's coming in. Shackle not going to latch. Waveform is going to come right out. But the Furbog walking. No, there's no clap. Wrath of Nature comes in as well. But that's it. I think he's going to be fine. Teleport in. There is going to be a Sprout and Telesurvive. Everything in the book. The +1 from the Prophet, making it count. Good job by Rocat. Very expensive in the gank in the sense that they use the Smoke of the Seed as well as the teleport in from Nature's Prophet, but they're going to transition straight into a push, and that's the beauty of actually skilling treants up. But likewise, on the mid lane here, looks like Syllabur in big trouble blocking by his huge creep wave. I'm not sure how he even got there, but Shadow Demon Disruption leading it open, Burrow Strike to follow through, and that tier 1 tower similarly is going to go down as well. Tier 1 trade for a tier 1 trade. This definitely favors the Sentinel side, as this Scourge tower, very, very important for the Roshan. Was this Sentinel tower means very, very little for the Roshan. So it's a tower trade, but not really. Sentinel's getting the better end of it. Also, you expect the Scourge to be a little bit better in terms of tower pushing. So whenever you're trading a tower with a team that pushes better than you, then you're coming ahead, you know, not numerically, but, you know, strategically you're coming out ahead. You have Sankey walking around now, still haven't got that level 6. Of course, whenever he's involved in a kill, there's at least 2 others with him, and because of that, his EXP gain has been fairly low. How's Puck's been doing? Puck's for 42 CS, that's actually very, very good. 42 in 10 minutes is actually very under average in a sense, but he did it against the Syllabur, and he, you know, even lost tower, got it ganked a couple of times by the Nature's Prophet. So with all that in mind, he's actually farming decently. How has the Syllabur been farming? Syllabur's got 54. He does have a death, but he also has a tower at last hit, so mostly it's been even out. In terms of these two laning together, the fact that Puck's got so many, I think he's won the lane. Again, he lost a tower, but still, I feel like the fact that he's got so much farm is very, very important to point out. And of course, much of it is thanks to his bottle curling, and that he could spam his Illusion Orb constantly. Face Boot being picked up as well for the extra right-click damage mostly. The mobility is not that necessary considering that he is Puck. He's a mobile hero by nature, but you know, if you're getting chased by this, phase is very, very helpful. As you can see, that is exactly what he's using for. Mid lane tier 1 tower has been knocked down just right now, and I wonder what is he going to be going for. Now, this Staff of Wizard can be turned into a Force Staff, as we see a gank coming on the bot lane, a whole bunch of spell being dropped. The Entangle, did he get the kill? Did he get a kill? Did he make it out? Nope, he did make it out. Just kidding. That juked the hell out of me. I gotta be careful. Entangle does do 50 damage per second, I believe, against enemies, so That's why when he tangled, he was very, very vital to actually phase that last hit, the last tick of entangle, or else he would have died. But anyways, I was talking about the Staff of Wizardry as we see a little bit more action on top lane on Invoker. Now, normally Invoker getting 4 staff early is very, very standard. But if you are going for Exort-based Invoker, don't be surprised if this turns into a Yule Scepters, because one of the more devastating combo, it's like a mini shotgun combo. Of course, we know what the real shotgun combo is from the Morphling, Ethereal Blade Shotgun. The mini shotgun combo here from the Invoker, you cycling him up, and then you drop a Sunstrike, Deathling Blast, as well as a Meteor at the same time when they drop. And that's literally like up to 1,000 damage, depending on your Exort level, of course. That's a lot of magical damage right from the get-go, and it's very, very difficult to dodge it if you time it correctly. So even if you're a Blinking hero, or even if you're Murano with Leap, you'll still die out. Or even if you're a hero with a 4 staff, if the Deathling Blast hit right when he land from the Yule Scepter. So he could definitely get a lot of easy kill if that's what it's going for, but seems like that's not going to be the case. Quarterstaff reveals that he is going to be going for 4 staff. Mobility is always a good choice here for Invoker, and but that's completely fine. Yeah, completely fine build. Both team is just farming away. This doesn't feel like a Sudden East Asian game, nor does this feel like a great game. I mean, somebody recommended this one to me, so I expect this one to have about 80 kills by 2 minutes mark. But so far we have 5. I mean, generally Pinoys, they kill nothing but enemy heroes. They don't kill towers. They don't kill creeps. There has like been a lot of tower killing and creep killing in this particular game. I'm disappointed at Pinoy Dota. I'm sure they're going to swing it around, though. I imagine there's going to be a lot of action happening soon. Here we go. It's going to happen on top lane. Darkshore Warlord perhaps leading the way. No, they're not. Teleportation coming in right now. Where's that Morphling? No, Morphling's not right here. But the net number 1 comes in. Net number 2, Wrath of Nature as well. Gotta net him. Gotta net him. There's a net. Shackle Shot's gonna hit. And Shadow Demon decides to fight Army of Chen creeps. Not where you want to be. But here we go. Deathling Blast and a Meteor on Chen Chen. Hand of God comes in right now as well. There's a waveform. Hand of God. One more hit from the Morphling. 1-for-1 trade so far. Do they want him right now? Where's the Shackle Shot? Shackle Shot should be cooling down. Where's a Sprout? There's a Sprout. And I think he is gonna be dead. Morphling for Chen. Yeah, I'll take that trade any day. Invoker's still coming right now. His spell's cooling off, coming off cooldown. The Invoke coming off cooldown as well, I imagine. Chi spell being dropped up very quickly. He had bottle as well. I didn't. Is that his bottle? Yes, he's actually bottle crawling as Invoker in the mid lane. I'll talk about that in just a bit. Meanwhile, it looks like Nature's Prophet in a little bit of trouble. Burrow Strike, just click, ground click, and now the Dream Coil on top. They are going to get Nature's Prophet, and they're looking to work on the Windrush Shackle Shot. It's going to latch. Look at that. Look at the hack Shackle Shot. Oh, where's the Power Shot, though? Let's see if you can find it. Power Shot, the Shockwave. Oh, barely scratching him. Invoker survives with 60 HP, 70 HP. Meanwhile, the backstab coming in here from the puck as well. Oh, gotta break the Burrow Strike, and the Illusion Orb, and the Sand King ultimate comes right in. Great job, gonna get 1 kill. Second Ice Blast comes in from this team fight. Still a trade, 1-for-1, and I think finally that's gonna be end of team fight. Whew. Just as I was complaining about the lack of action, we saw a whole bunch of action. First thing to talk about throughout that team fight, Slibber did not participate in that team fight, and he got a lot of free farm. Up to 75 CS now, and his gold, 1600. What is he buying? That is the big question. He's still got nothing. He's still got nothing. Had a lot of free farm, at least 1 or 2 minute free farm. Looks like they're gonna force out a Glyph on the bot tower. Is gonna try to push this one down, but everybody is rotating in. We do see purple. We do see orange as well as blue moving in, and Sand King is gonna get off that Burrow Strike. That could be bad, but they want the Prophet instead. Prophet's gonna go down for sure. They should start chasing the next one, and you can see that. Where's the disruption? Purge. There's a disruption. So Catcher and the Purge is gonna seal the deal. TP out. That's gonna be the 10. Where's the Adaptive Strike? There's the Adaptive Strike, and yep, Silver is gonna try his best to survive out, but not gonna get it off. Great rotation coming in. Not only did they defend the tower, but they also got 2 kills. But puck, oh, it's gonna shatter. It's gonna shatter. Oh, just on the very end of the last take, got that one off. Big plays, big plays. Interesting build. Drums or Django. Windrunner. Generally, when you see a farm Windrunner, you either go for a 4-staff or a mech. Now, he didn't go for the mech this game, which is completely understandable because they have a farming Chen. And that Chen sat in jungle for a long time. Oh, Meteor into Cold Snap. He's like, man, where are you trying to TP in? Do you know who I am? I am the Invoker, bitch. And, yeah. Meanwhile, looking for that tower. Another teleportation coming right now, but that was a long TP. There's going to be a... Oh, nice 4-staff out. He could still go into invisible. Meanwhile, the Courier getting worked out. Courier running away. The tree being killed, and bam! 175 times 5. Meanwhile, Windrunner walking into a Sunstrike. Nice turn. Wow. Wow, RGC. Woo! RCG. That was nice. That was a nice Sunstrike. Pretending to be running and then whooping. Doing the whoop. Meanwhile, gotta be careful that he's running into a lot of Chen creep. Chen not known for burst damage, but here we go. Net number 1. Let's see how good your micro is. Net number 2 and Shockwave. Yeah, one more hit. One more hit. Yeah, oh, there you go. The Dark Chart Warlord Illusion's gonna get that. Very, very nicely done. Can you get micro on the bot lane here though? Slow push here coming in. Everybody rotating with smoke at sea. Wants to get that gank off. Need to kill Silver endlessly. But meanwhile, they see the Morphling. Morphling straight morphing away right now. Can he get away with the waveform? No more mana. But here we go. Purge and a Dream Coat going right in. And Morphling with Strength Morph. He is going to just fight his way out. Hand of God comes in, but it's not going to be enough. Look at the slow attack of the Morphling. Silver down to about half HP. Anybody TPing in, there's a disruption. Giving himself a couple more seconds. But here we go. Where's the Ice Blast? No Ice Blast. And it looks like Silver is going to go down. Are they going to look for a little bit more? No Dream Coil has already been used. Shackle Shot is gonna latch on 2 heroes. Of course, Ice Blast gonna come in, and that Pug is dead. No need to chase him anymore. Meanwhile, Sand King about half HP. Meanwhile, Chen came in. Great, but man, Chen being at the perfect place at the perfect time. Sand King on the run, burrow striking through. That was the shortest burrow strike of all time. Shackle Shot's gonna latch him. What was he thinking of brewing? And that's another free kill. Woo, way too much action. 3 for 2 trade. Scourge coming out slightly ahead in most of these exchange. With that said though, the Silver did die, I think. Yeah, the Silver did die, and the Morphling did survive, so I think numerically Sentinel was a little bit behind, but in terms of the heroes it got out of, I think Sentinel a little bit more advantage. I love the Lincoln Sphere build. Generally, 99% of the time, I would say I hate Lincoln Sphere. But I like Lincoln Sphere quite a bit here. If you look at the Scourge heroes, they got 1 single target spell, 2 Penitent, Cessifate if you want to count them as well, and then Sprout as a single target spell. And now that Lincoln Sphere is done so early, a lot of times I hate Lincoln Sphere because it takes like 40 minutes for them to finish it, and they rush it first. Right here, he got it about 16 minutes in, 15 minutes in. That's very quick, and if you could get it so very quick, it becomes a very, very powerful item, as it allows you to flash farm very aggressively like this. You could be over here, and you're not too afraid because you have the mana regeneration, you have the Lincoln block. And of course, finally, the nice part about the Lincoln Sphere is because it's build-up. The Perseverance is very nice for you to use that waveform repeatedly in that farming, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. But one thing they're not paying attention is that the fact that Roshan is going to get jacked by Rocat, and Rocat very happy to take that Aegis on the Lone Druid. Keep in mind that when you're dead on the Lone Druid with the Aegis, your bear is still going to be alive. So in this next coming team fight, if Lone Druid dies, what's gonna happen is that his bear is still gonna be right clicking away like crazy, and then you have to kill him a second time. Now the I guess the quote unquote bad thing about Aegis on a Lone Druid is that when he comes back alive in human form, and as you know, the transformation time does take a while, so you do have a slight window of opportunity to kill him, but that depends on a lot of factors, and I'll talk about those factors later. Teleport in coming in from the Invoker. Nothing, no straw being dropped down. That's a 2-man Dream Coil. They want to focus him down. Sand King gets stunned up. Shackle, look at the long Shackle. Any Entangle? No Entangle. They're going to right click him down. Nonetheless, Sand King's going to go down. Meanwhile, Invoker, a lot of right click as well. AA in the middle of everything. A meteor melts. Just melts him. Meanwhile, looks like the bear is chasing away. High ground bear into low ground Entangle. Perfect micro. Invoker in trouble as well. Invoker gets picked off. And now everybody, it seems like on the Sentinel side, is dead. Meanwhile, Scourge is very healthy. And of course, first Entangle, he's trying to orb out the power shot, gonna just clean him up. Aegis being picked up, a team fight being won, tier 1 tower being picked up as well. Again though, gotta keep in mind that Morphling did not participate in the fight at all. He destroyed a tier 2 tower and now looking to damage some of the tier 3. I imagine once Scourge gets up to this tier 3, tier 2, they will just defend, pour back and defend, or maybe they actually go all the way. I think that's way too risky a move. But maybe they don't think so. They popped the mech. They got about 1 billion creeps in front of tower. They're going to just go for it. Meanwhile, Morphling lost way too much HP tanking the tower, and now he's got to come to defend. Look at all these creeps, and there isn't enough AoE on the Sentinel side to defend this. And it looks like they're going to just go high ground. We are 20 minutes in, and perhaps they're going to get this wrecked. Glyph is going to force out. These poison stacks are slowly getting picked up, but another lines of tree being summoned. And look at that drum charge. Huge drums. Everybody gets so much attack speed. And there's a waveform coming in. There's a tornado and a meteor. That's going to chop up most of the creeps. But likewise, there's no more AoE left on Scourge. As we see, the Windrunner is going to get picked off first. Silver is dead. He's going to come back alive. Got to go into bear form. He will do so immediately. Going to focus on Chen. Chen Sunstrike. Not going to hit on Sunstrike. Oh, Chen's still on the run. Chen's going to get picked off. And is everybody back? That's a question. Looks like they have lost 2 heroes in exchange for a tier 2. Tier 2 was traded over here, but they got the tier 3 tower. I think that was a good trade, but on second thought, probably not. They use the Aegis as well. When you use your Aegis and you lose tier 3 heroes, you expect to get at least a Rax. Unfortunately, they didn't actually have enough DPS to actually get it. Where the hell is the Bear has? Bear just picked up a 21 million relic. I think that's actually very disappointing farm. Yeah, he's got mostly free farm, 22 minutes. Should be around 120 creep kills, 100 at least 15. But he's only got about 100. And you gotta keep in mind he was mostly getting free farm. Especially on the spot lane when there was a big team fight up on top. He got a tower last hit or two. He did get picked off a couple times, to be fair. So that's completely understandable in that fact. But 21-minute relic is pretty late. It also is a questionable decision to have all these items such as Orb of Venom, Phase Boots, and all that stuff. But on the other side of the coin, I mean, he's been getting a lot of kills because of those items. So you can see that when you're playing Silver, you always have that interesting decision to make, you know, to actually get these quote-unquote useless items that will get quickly outscale, you know, once we are past the 20-minute mark, or, you know, you go for a straight Relic Rush. He went for the supportive utility-based item first and delay his relic quite a bit. Ice Blast going to come in the bot lane to slow down and delay this push, but not by so much. This tower going to get picked off, and Morphling got the last hit. Morphling going to go straight into Mad Style. Scotting would be pretty good as well. In fact, any of those items will be exceptionally decent. Oh, he went waveform right in. Blink Burrow Strike. Dream Coil? No Dream Coil just on anybody. Dream Coil just on one. Silver trying to get his way alive. He's got a Tranquil Boots, of course, that's going to cancel. Wrath Nature comes around. Shackle Shot for this Puck. Puck's going to get picked off. These Shackle Shot, by the way, are absolutely epic. He has been hitting all of them. If not, it's a 2-person Shackle Shot or a Shackle to a tree. And you got to keep in mind, every time you get a Shackle off, 3.75 seconds. That's one of the longest stun in the game, a non-ultimate stun in the game. Beastmaster Roar at level 16, that's a 4-second. You max Shackle Shot, 3.75. And the way that this guy's been hitting it, Jesus. Insane, insane. This game's a little bit slow down right now, 18 to 15. I think the Scourge is a bit ahead. I mean, they definitely have seen the high ground. They knocked down tower, but they haven't been gaining too many on momentum. Meanwhile, silently, yet slowly, this Morphling is getting up there. Morphling, go check right now, 600. Anything on the career? I imagine there's a Yasha on the career. There's a go. There's a Yasha on career, so he's gonna get the Manta in about 50 gold. Invoker's got the Force Staff and the Yule Scepter, so totally going for it. Now, one thing I do dislike about going for Force and Yule Scepter is that it delays your Hex by quite a bit. And when you're delaying your Hex, I mean, you know, Exort Invoker is pretty good in terms of mid-game, but once you're past the mid-game, as we might see a little bit of action. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Nicely done, but it's gonna pay for it. He does have a Force Staff, but not gonna even survive to use it. Yeah, once you're past the mid game, you really start to, your damage from your exhort spells really start to lack, and you really want a little bit more utility based. Yeah, I mean, Yule Scepter does give you some utility, but you really want a Hex, and that's gonna delay his Hex by a ton. Here we go, big smoke party coming up on the top lane. Maybe gonna rotate around the mid lane, as they will see Chen and Ancient Apparition, two very squishy heroes. Sanking is going to see the AA, is going to go for the ultimate. That's the question. Not just for saying hi at Burrow Strike, he's going to get sent back, so no big deal here. Good send back, by the way, on the Chen. If he didn't send back, he's going to die. Meanwhile, looks like a whole bunch of spell being dropped on Nature's Prophet. Oh, the AI Blast coming in, but bam! That's going to hit on the Puck. Puck, one more. Yeah, there's a Tesla Fave nuke to get the kill. 1-for-1 trade. Again, trading here should favor the Sentinel a little bit more, as Morphling is getting all these EXP. He's going to go right in. Oh, the mech putting him in very high HP. Where is the... Oh, Burrow Strike. And the ultimate? No ultimate just yet. Morphling still reckoning of Hand of God. One more waveform. Waveform cooling down very soon. Morphling still the tankiest hero in this team fight. He is losing some HP, though, as most of his points are into agility. Only 1200 HP to speak of. Where... Ooh, Sunstrike's going to miss. Where's the Radiant Spare? What the hell? Is it dead? Is the Radiance farming somewhere? Where your bear at? Where your bear at? Is he tall? Is he hefty? That was some sick Lex-level reference. If nobody got that, don't worry. But seriously, where your bear at? I guess the bear died. Yeah, I guess the bear died. Alright. Again, a very, very slow game for a Southern East Asian game. But let's talk about some of the item choices as both teams are getting it. Necro Book 1 is picked up here. Necro Book is picked up. Nature's Prophet. Are we going to see a Necro Book game? As there is a beautiful Staff of Wizardry. It could be 3 Necro Book. Of course, Chen could get Necro. 4-man Necro plus Syllabear push. It's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Where your Bear at? Still doesn't have the Radiance. He's going to have it very soon, I imagine. Yeah, just about 600 go away. And I'm going to be quickly finding out if he's going to be going for a 4-staff or not. If he's going to go for 4-staff, he's going to pick up that staff of, or quarterstaff very soon. Meanwhile, Sentinels, they're like, yeah, we'll farm. It seems like both teams just want to farm. And I think Sentinel is wrong to decide that they want to farm, because I do believe Syllaber outcarries a Morphling in the late game. Simply because in a 1v1 situation, it's not a 1v1 situation. Morphling is, well, I mean, I guess you could say, well, Morphling's got 2 illusions. But that bear is going to entangle the bejesus out of you. And his attacks be insane. I mean, melee heroes like Lone Drake could get access to the Basher. And when it's about DPS on DPS action, I think the Basher is pretty good. Pretty good. Especially when you have things like Rapid and Call, Bear Call, whatever the bear... Roar? I think it's called Roar. Something like that. Also want to point out that the Scourge has been focusing a lot more on things like attack speed. You know, Ancient Jangle, that's the second pair of Ancient Jangle. As I saw multiple Jangle charges being used previously. Did he upgrade it? He rebought the Jangle. Wow. This is actually the first time I've seen pros rebought Jangles. One of the fewer times I've seen pros rebought Jangle. Because the 750, and that's it. It doesn't actually give you anything extra. Even on the level 2 Purge play, you still get like plus, I don't know. You get 8 new charges, of course, but you know, you get extra damage and mana and all that stuff. Here, you just are buying those 4 charges for 750. That's very expensive. But apparently, not expensive enough to stop her from doing it. Yeah, go check, go check. What do you get? What do you get? I think we're gonna see Necro Book. But we're going to see a bigger backstab coming in right now. Shadow Demon's going to get found. There's the disruption. Soul Catcher got to get out of there. The worst. Blink, Dream Coil, Silence. And looks like they want to go kill the Chen. Chen cannot die. There's a Hand of God. He's going to be fine. He does get the Purge up, but can he kill Puck? Puck's very, very low. Puck still facing away. Look at the juke. Look at this bait. Meanwhile, the Treants are coming in to clean everybody out. Radiance Bear is chasing away. 1 for 0 so far. Morphling and not in the fight. Syllabear is in the fight, but they might actually get this Invoker 4-staff onto the low ground. Nicely done. Shackle Shot, Chakra, they are just burning his HP. Sprout is going to miss as well. Mana Burden and the Urn, man, they just do not want to give this guy up. Woo, Blink coming in here from the Puck. Puck drops this guy low HP with a meteor from afar. Puck does trade his life for it though. Meanwhile, the Shadow Demon, oh, the Entangle coming in. Shadow Demon's going to get baked off. By the way, Roshan's going to be back alive right now. But Morphling getting position. He perhaps is going to get the first Rex. Anybody going to TP back for that Morphling? Are they going to base trade? They are going to let this Morphling get a free tower. That's a free Rex. Free Rex. Okay. Alright, in fact, they're still chasing around. They have teleport squirrels, right? No teleport squirrel on this guy. There was one on the Windrunner. There was one on TP, of course, on Nature's Prophet. Alright, seems like they're not going to teleport back. They're going to go for a Rex trade, but this Rex trade is definitely not necessary. There's a glyph being forced out. Where's the Morphling? Morphling has finally teleport back. There's drums charge number 5 being used right now. Definitely Blast Tornado. Look at all these turtling coming in, and there's going to be an orb. Wow, the center is going to defend this as well. They should not have lost that run. Rex, the shotgun comes in. Oh, that was sick. And now Nature's Prophet in big trouble as well. Down to half HP. Nature's Prophet trying to fight his way out, but he's doing it against 4. And he is going to die to the Invoker. This game, and Syllabear died to this game, man. Neolution, they should be so far ahead right now. But not only that, they won the team fight. They're the stronger team. But got nothing to show for Ice Blast. Ice Blast? Oh man, you saw the Invoker. Invoker was killable if you hit him. And now suddenly, there's a tier 2 standing in front of the way of a second lane of Rax. That's Morphling is coming right in. Shotgun, Manta, and a Lincoln Sphere in 30 minutes. Not exactly the best farm I've ever seen, but it's really, really high up there. He did get a lot of free farm. In fact, he's got all the free farm up in the top lane twice, as nobody decides to stop that Morphling. And Morphling says, yeah, sure. Don't stop me. I'll push that entire tier 2 is not going to get defended, as everybody's trying to come back alive. And at this point, even Roshan is quite killable for the Sentinels, despite not even having the Roshan advantage. Blink Dagger is up. Necrobook checks here. No, it looks like it's going to be a Cloak, wanting a little bit of extra survivability. That's Necro 2. Necro 1 and an Orchid. Alright. Morphling is... He wants to shotgun somebody. Invoker is dead. Trading 1 for 1 in the enemy base is not where you want to be. Silence coming out. He's going to wait for him out. And suddenly Morphling, gotta be careful. He is Lincoln Sphere. Lincoln Sphere is coming off cooldown very, very soon. He's going to have the second waveform. He does have String Morph as well. Shackle Shot just for the mini stun penitence. Yeah, there's going to be a waveform and they're going to be fine. What was the Invoker doing? Trying to get a kill right in front of Daves. We do have Shadow Demon coming as well. Of course, this is Pinoy Dota. They love to play aggressive. Teleport out. Morphling. He wants to go for the shotgun. Look at it. He's going to come right in. The shotgun to start. No, Shackle Shot. They're burning away all his Lincolns. Well, burning away the first Lincolns. Morphling still fighting away. No, he's going to be fine. Where's the adaptive? No adaptive. Meanwhile, though, Tier 2 has been picked up. Roshan's going to be slowly, quickly, slowly make it remind Luminous. Slowly being taken down as they are lacking the DPS. Man, Scourge, how did they get in this position? They should be so far ahead. But they ain't. Shadow Demon. Let's just do a quick item check when there's no team fight. Triple Blink Dagger. Whew. This is one of those Dandy Invoker builds. Force, Yules, Blink Dagger. I don't think Dandy is the first pro player I've seen doing it. I think it's actually Rekka from Stars Boba, one of the more beautiful Invoker player to watch. He always go Exort, always so fun to watch. Meanwhile, Morphling's just having a grand old time. You gotta be careful. If you get Entangle, shackle up like this, you could be, yeah, there's Entangle. It's like, man, you don't play with us. He's gonna get one kill right from the get-go, but he's gonna survive it? No, he will not. Chen for a Morphling. Yeah, Scourge will take that trade. I think that was Morphling. He was sitting in like the enemy base for the longest time. Drinko would not hit. Where's the Shackle? Where's the Shackle? Where's Shackle at? Shackle, it's gonna hit and looks like, Pug, Power Shot, one more hit's gonna do it. Man, the Sentinel is now throwing away their advantage as they're running into this team fight one by one. Invoker in a little bit of trouble as well. Yule Scepter, and he's gonna force have himself out. Huge epicenter being dropped with the Shackle Shot onto 2. My god, these Shackles! My god, these Shackles. Invoker's on the run. Invoker's gonna go down to a couple more right hits. Trying to run very, very fast. He's got the phase speed. Blink Dagger out. Does he have to TP back? No, he does not. Power Shot's gonna give the site. Invoker still regenerating HP with the Quas. I think they should just give him up. Never gonna let you give you up. And let me, whatever that song is. Force Staff out. Radiant Spurt. Yep, that's gonna be the kill. But in their base, completely tattered. And Morphling decides to fight 1v4. Alright, Morphling. You had about 50 seconds to think about your previous mistakes. Apparently, he did not think about it enough. Came right back in. Just want a little bit more action. Man. Don't blame him. Because when you're Morphling, you know, you just go crazy. You go crazy. Alright, another item check. Yeah, triple Blink Dagger. Rekka was the Exort Invoker that I've seen him first kind of popularize this build from Stars Boba, obviously. But I feel like Sentinel's already at the peak point. Obviously, Morphling can get a couple more items and get a little bit stronger. But as a team, Sentinel is very, very close to max. Meanwhile, Scourge, they're nowhere near their max because the item they're getting things like Necrobook, which has a lot more room for growth. Well, they max both of them. Chen is going for what I think is a Vlad, which is going to be very, very nice. For the Syllabur, Syllabur has room for AC. Yes, well, he's got 12 slots, right? He's got room for Basher. Looks like the Ancient Apparition has, you know, is trying to finish through that Staff of Wizardry into something. So right now, I feel like if this game goes on longer and longer, Scourge is going to have the advantage. Sure, they're down 1 racks right now and they're farming less gold, but in the long run, they're actually farming more gold because they're getting 20 gold per creep. Sentinel's getting 0 gold per creep because their creep wave never even go to the Sentinel side. And it looks like Invoker is up on the excursion again. We might see a little bit of a... Link, Yules. Oh, this is going to be sick. Oh, it looks like he's going to go for the Cold Snap plus a meteor. Pretty good combo. Cold Snap's going to bring him down. Nice pickup. Meanwhile, on the bot lane here, they want the Syllabur. Syllabur down to half. Ice Blast comes in right now, and that's going to be bad. Shackle Shot again. And look at how quickly he's losing in terms of HP of defensive disruption. The Syllabur is going to be dead eventually. Strength Morph does not help you when you're influenced by the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, but the Epicenter being channeled is going to go right in for the Chen. Chen, very, very tanky. Does he have his heals? Does he have his heals? Meanwhile, though, we do have Ancient Aberration very low. Invoker finally joined the team fight. Did he drop the Sunstrike? Definitely Blast. That's gonna miss. Oh, Yule Scepter being used. Blink Dagger in. Gonna get the kill now. Force Spirit being summoned right now. Do you have the Cold Snap? Cold Snap. A little bit body blocking. It's missing. Yule Scepter being dropped out. Where's Sunstrike? No Sunstrike. But there's a Cold Snap, and I think that's gonna get them the kill as well. Scourge in big trouble. They're losing way too many team fights. In fact, they're getting initiated upon. Of course, when you have 3 Blink Daggers on the Sentinel side, the Epicenters are always hitting. The Puck Dream Coils are always hitting. And let's not forget the chasing power and the offensive power of this Invoker. Is he going for freaking Lincoln Sphere? I think he might be going for Lincoln Sphere. I would have got Hex, you know, as my 2nd core item or even my 3rd core item. But he's like, yeah, let's... I don't think this game is going to go to Hex. In fact, it's looking really good, up by about 5-6 kills. Up by a Rax because nobody defended, and soon to be up by 2 lanes of Rax. Now this game looks to be all but over for Scourge, but I still believe Scourge has better late game. Doesn't look like it though, as 4 Spears are now knocking on the tier 3 towers. Who is there to defend? We have Nature's Prophet, which by the way has still has his Necro 3 and Orchids. Haven't had chance to got too many items because keep getting picked off. Meanwhile, everybody's alive on the Scourge. I think they should get this tower and get back. I don't think they have what it takes to get this Rex, but we'll see. Syllabir getting in position. Syllabir right-clicking away. 1 in Tango is all they need. Pug cannot blink out as under the influence of Radiance. Pug, look at him. Self-Yule Scepter? Oh, but no. Invoker's gonna get killed. He's gonna Yule Scepter himself and try to deny the inevitable. He's gonna get picked off. Meanwhile, Pug on the run. Pug's gonna make it out with Blink Dagger, Yules in face. That pulls him very, very quick. Uh-oh. Radiance canceling the blink. Orb is gonna bring him out. Yep. Now the bear coming in to finally the Blink Dagger. The bear's still chasing. But yes, Scourge should have backed out right there. They got a tower and they're like, let's hit the Rax down a couple of times. But to be fair, they were very close to killing the Rax. So if they do that one more push on the bot lane, could actually get themselves a Rax. But Scourge says right now you are dead for 55 seconds on your Invoker. Invoker dying a little bit too many times. Lacking the BKB also isn't helping out for the Invoker. Seems like they want to just go in. Morphling on the high ground. Has an Ultimore up added to his pool. Does he have buyback? That's the question. He does not, I don't think. He's too high level. He's going to lose way too much gold. He's going to lose 660 gold when he dies. And after that, he definitely does not have to go for buyback. So very, very curious Ultimore build. But here we go. Nice Mana Burn here. Morphling's gonna wave out. The Ice Blast is gonna follow. It's gonna miss though, but the Rax is gonna be going down. In fact, look at how quickly they're gonna go for the Rax. I think they can even rotate the top lane and get the Rax there as well. No, they want to go to bot. No, they want to go top. Make up your mind. Are they gonna go for the throne? In fact, they are gonna go for the throne. This is a huge gamble as you're not doing any extra damage. You're sustaining a lot of damage to your own throne. No, just kidding. They rethink the situation. They see everybody's in their base. But Puck is going to cancel any TPs. They do cancel the TP on Syllabir. And Syllabir has to fight his way out. The Junko is still on his waveform coming in from the Morphling. Morphling shotgun going work. But it went to the Hero Bear. Still very tanky. Is going to get sent back alive. No, he does not. Clutch Focus Fire from the Sentinel side. Focus Fire on the Chen. Burrow Strike. Blink Dagger upward. They do pick off the Chen as well. They need a buyback. Multiple buyback has been used to defend this. And of course, all this damage being done to their Throne Spirit Tower. Oh man, Sentinel had an opening to do something. In fact, that opening is not enough. Double Perseverance. Are these guys playing around? Do they think they have the game in the bag? There's only one time ever you get double Perseverance. Is when you're pup stomping and you need some regen and you're at the enemy side of the map and you don't have a bottle or anything like that. You go see your shop and you buy double purse. Because, all right, I mean, 13-7. 13-13. Look at this. 13-30-37. He ruined it. It was 1-3-3-3-3-7. That's all you can ask for. This is an elite build. Hopefully he doesn't get elite pick off here. And that Shackle Shot's pretty nice. He's either just gonna. Oh. You could use a Force Spirit. Alright. Don't question elite player. Elite player knows best. Oh, force that forward just for that. Oh, just for this. And then he just stood there. Just an awkward game, but I guess Scourge was okay. They got the mid racks. They're still defending, no harm, no foul. The racks count is even, and they're still farming. I still believe they have better late game. Very, very late staff of Wizard. Is he gonna still looking for a Force Staff? I think Force Staff is still good, but oh, Shackle Shot! Look at these shackles. Nice TP and Invoker. I mean, He's an elite player. I shouldn't question. Why the fuck was he right here? That's like the third time he got picked off. Once is like right here, another time was right here, now it's right here. And suddenly Sentinel is losing some steam. Morphling item check? Where's Morphling? Morphling on the top lane. Shotgun's been doing some work, but gold check. 1200 gold. Anything on his courier? That's a question. And these shackle shots are sick. Any courier? Any courier? Yeah, there's another ultimate orb. He's gonna be going for Scotty. Pretty decent choice, as probably one of the best late game item you could go for on Morphling. You want to pick up the lifesteal as well. Although it seems like right now nobody's really focusing on the Morphling. Just to say that though, they are focusing him down the Entangle. Why does the Sentinel team just go in thinking they could just fight everybody by themselves? I mean, they probably could survive, but all these unnecessarily risk. I think the Sentinel is just making their own time a little bit more difficult for them. Meanwhile, it looks like we're gonna have a little bit push. Teamfight breaking out the mid lane as well. Puck's just slowly doing DPS. Meanwhile, this team, they do not do anything. They do not do anything slow. They kill slow. I mean, they kill quick. They die quick as well because the focus fire on the Sentinel is so good. Puck is not coming back to defend. It seems like this throne in huge trouble. There's gonna be a glyph coming out. Winter coming in as well. But the shotgun coming from the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet is low. Force Staff out of himself. It's gonna try to TP out. Hand of God. Where's the Burrow Strike? Burrow Strike's gonna hit, and now Sankey in the middle of everything. Sankey's gonna get picked off. Just kidding. He's gonna be alive as well. Chen popping the drums, looking for the tower. Syllabear, focus on the freaking tower. He wants a puck instead. All right, get the puck. Puck is yielding himself up in the air, and the throne, the trees, buyback from the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet down to half. Waveform's gonna miss, and there's Adaptive Strike. Still working on it. Throwing about down to 3000 HP. This game just suddenly got whole bunch of epic. Winmer still doing work. Shackle Shot finally missing one. Syllabear has that. Winmer in big trouble. The base of the Sentinel team completely open. Meanwhile, Morphling's got 4 kills. Ultra kill. But their base pretty open. The Treant's getting into work. And this is time for the Sentinel team to heal up and go down the mid lane and start winning. Do they have Boots of Travel? That is the question. When there's exposed throne like this, sell one of those purse, sell that phase, and go straight into BOT. You need that. That mobility is the most important thing. Looks like the Scotty has been finished after the team fight. Great team fight for the Sentinel. Seems like Sentinel, one thing they have got going for them is that they're focusing so well. When one person gets stunned, that person dies immediately. Or gets 3 more stun being thrown at him right now. So here we go. Sentinel team getting in position to try to push down this mid lane, but there's big creeps, and that's going to delay it 20 more seconds until these guys are live. There is a Prophet on the enemy team, and he could easily push, teleport in, make trees, make Necrobooks. That's a lot of pushing power, and that's something you need to be aware about as well. Same thing with the Windrunner. Pretty decent backdoor hero if you have Necromonicon as well as Focus 5. Seems like he's going for Blame Out. Very, very interesting choice. But right now the defend is coming on the mid lane. Morphling coming in position. Nice mana burn. At least burning away that Lincoln Sphere. Shackle Shot. Look at these shackles. At least slowing it down. At least delaying it. Ice Blast comes in. That's going to weaken the creep wave a tiny bit. The Force Spirit in the front line not doing way too much. Here we go. Looks like the team fight is going to break out. Team fight breaking out right now. The bear is going to get purged up. They just want the Spirit Bear. Spirit Bear could get easily resummoned. Or will it? No, he does not have to resummon. Meanwhile, everybody chasing away. Nobody getting killed though. That's the key thing. The Sentinel not getting it done, and they gotta TP back. Invoker wants to stay to ground. He wants to fight the Chen. Chen in trouble. Chen, can he cast anything? No. Invoker damage output way too strong. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet backdoor attempt. Oh, that was pick. I missed it, but he brought the tower down about 2k HP. Morphling coming back after making illusion. Great mobility, and now the shotgun coming in against a nice kill here. Morphling, is he gonna go for the kill as well? Oh, they want this mid-racks. 3 people dead on Scourge. I think the Sentinel, after getting the throne exposed, that could be big. Smoke at the seed has been purchased. Oh, man. Is this guy going to go for it? Yes, he smoked it up. What did he get? No, that's the chainmail. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let's see how well the Syllabear will be able to defend. The Sentinel is rotating in. Winner getting closer and closer. Oh, this is going to be big. Why are they focusing the racks? Forget the racks. Just go for the straight throne, man. You got 4 heroes there. Here we go. Here we go. What the fuck was that non-throwing attempt? Why are you... Wow. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that cast. Until next time, this is Luminous signing off to you guys.